I expected that running 50 miles would be really hard.
How are you feeling?
Everything hurts so much.
Yeah.
It was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be.
Warlas, you're doing so good. You got this, Kay?
My left foot is in excruciating pain.
When you can strip away the ego like that, you come out on the other side as a different person. And that whole process is what draws me to challenges like that. I decided to do my first 50-mile run across the land that was formerly protected as the Bears Ears National Monument. After consulting with Indigenous and environmental leaders, I drew a line on a map connecting the two remnants of what was once the large monument. And my goal with the run, to raise $5,000 for the Bears Ears Intertribal Coalition to financially support the creation of a groundbreaking Indigenous-led land management plan to oversee the management of the landscape of Bears Ears. Because of COVID, I decided to do the run solo and supported by my partner Rob and our puppy Lila. I wanted to start at 2 a.m. so I could finish before darkness the next night.
It is just after 2 a.m. Caroline's here about to start her 50-miler. We're right in between the two Bears' ears. You ready?
I'm ready.
Woo!
Put me
All right, put me in, coach. Let's do this thing.
Let's do this.
Yes, and she's already reached her fundraising goal. How cool is that?
Thank you. Okay, just me and the dark road.
There was something that drew me to it, something so therapeutic about the idea of being outside for such a long time, when I had so much trouble with everything else inside. During my childhood, I always felt like something was wrong with me, like I didn't belong.
I decided to dress up like a man.
Why do you want to be like a man? You look silly.
I don't care.
You don't care, okay.
Sitting and listening was so hard. I wanted to be outside doing things. In my early 20s, I continued to struggle with depression and with that feeling of not belonging. So I went to a psychologist, and I was diagnosed with ADHD. Getting that diagnosis felt like a weight off my shoulders because all of a sudden I could put into words what I had been feeling for all those years. The repetitive nature of running and backcountry skiing and the long periods of time it gave me outdoors gave me an outlet. It was a place where I felt okay. When I'm on an adventure outside, my ADHD no longer feels like an impediment. It feels like my superpower.
Coming in on 10 miles, almost there. You got a little bit of an uphill, like 3/4 of a mile, and then like 1.25 miles downhill. I'll meet you at the bottom, and then you got probably your biggest uphill of the whole run after that.
With ADD, I can get overwhelmed when I see how far I have to go. When it's dark and I'm running by headlamp, all I think about is putting one foot in front of the other.
The moon has set, so I'm in the darkest, coldest part of the night, and it's hard to breathe because my throat, it's just so dry and cold. It's probably about 10 degrees, 12, a little bit of a tiny breeze, but oh, it's hard. Wow, first hint of sunrise. Phew!
One of the symptoms of my ADHD is hypersensitivity to emotions. Every sunrise is like the best sunrise I've ever seen. And when I'm low, it can be really intense. When the COVID pandemic hit, I felt incapacitated at times by the trauma and the sadness of the world. It opened up a wound of losing other people in my life. I needed nature and time on the trail more than ever to process the trauma and to find a sense of calm.
20 miles! Woohoo! Right now, I'm running through part of the monument that was reduced, the protection of the land by the Trump administration. It's absolutely magical here.
Throughout my work over the last decade as a climate activist, I've really learned that how we treat people is how we treat the planet. Few places I've visited offer as much solitude and beauty as Bears Ears. I go there to find belonging. It connects us as humans to our past, present, and future. In 2016, President Obama designated 1.3 million acres as this big monument to honor and uplift Indigenous voices. About a year after, when the new administration came in, they reduced the monuments. It was the largest reduction of protected public land in US history. We're very hopeful that the Biden administration will restore the monument. Honoring and elevating Indigenous leadership, it's an absolute goal and it is an imperative priority.
Okay, I have the cutest support crew right now. Have to stop. Oh my goodness, Lila. You guys are the best. I'm freezing. I'm gonna start running. It's 10 degrees. What am I doing?
As the sun comes up, it has this like immediate coldness for like an hour. So I think she's working through that.
I see the sun. I see it coming. Oh, I'm so cold. Look at this. 24 miles. Almost a marathon on snow. I should have brought my darn skis.
But it is warming up. I show 13 degrees now.
I've eaten 2 Cliff Bars. I've had 3 or 4 Joes. 4 probably. It's just so cool to be out here in one of the most remote parts of the lower 48 doing this run, this hope run. Hope for healing, for Bears ears.
There she is. She's a marathon in. Woohoo!
Questioning my life decisions.
Yeah, it's gonna start warming up. We're gonna drop into that canyon. You're gonna love it though. You're doing great. You're doing really good.
Just hit 30 miles. 7.5 hours. This is tough. We knew it would be though. The snow is nerve-wracking.
With Steve,
I think it's gonna get better. Sucks.
I think it's gonna get better.
I can't do this.
You got it. You got this.
Finishing a long ultra requires training to manage the stress and the breakdown. But everyone starts to break down.
31.5 miles or so. Changing shoes now. And doing a little maintenance on my IT band and my left foot. Things really slowed down. So I've got my little companion here running with me. See if that helps.
I asked my coach, David Roach, what running an ultramarathon does to your body. He told me, running a high altitude ultramarathon causes an extreme breakdown of skeletal muscle tissue.
I was hoping to run much faster for the second part, but my foot really hurts and my body is falling apart.
I mean, you are just about 37 miles in. That is incredible in its own right. I mean, that's absolutely incredible.
It hurts so much. I'm such a failure.
Charles, you gotta talk nicer to yourself. You're doing amazing things.
I went to a dark place psychologically. I felt so alone. No matter how hard I tried, the depressed child within me kept resurfacing.
It's hard not to go to the negative self-talk, but I got my sticks and I'll walk until it gets dark, I guess, and then it's just not how I imagine this going.
The question is, who can control the breakdown? And most importantly, who can keep getting back up?
Here's the time plan, okay? We're gonna take it half mile at a time. Right now, from here to get to 50 miles, if you do 20-minute miles, starting in like a couple minutes here.
What if it still hurts?
It still hurts, then we'll reassess in a half mile, okay?
And
if it's yeah, we can always quit. If it's hurt and it's an injury, then I'll let you quit.
Sometimes you have to face your demons so you can know them, and face the darkness so you can begin to see the light.
We're gonna finish this no matter how long it takes, huh?
Yep.
We don't have this, we have this stupid cutoff, but it's all arbitrary anyway.
What a beautiful place we're in, huh?
Yeah.
So pretty.
Look at the dog.
And she has a smile. Oh, there's the dog.
Oh, Lila. This
Doing
is
good.
horrible.
Yep. But you know what? You're so close. And guess what?
I just
This
have
far.
42
This is the
miles.
farthest you've ever gone.
This is the farthest I've ever gone.
Oh, I saw a little smile in there. Stopping to smell the flowers.
I have an excruciating pain in my left foot that continues to migrate from my arch to the knife edge of my left foot. And it's so painful and I feel like absolute garbage. But I really want to finish this thing because I really want to create a route that will bring more runners to this area so that they can love the land and visit with respect, and then they can become strong advocates to protect it. 47.2 miles. I'm gonna finish this mother effing mission. Rob and Lila have been doing these little short out and backs. Oh, puppy! Oh!
Yeah.
In terms of my strategy, I did exactly what you are not supposed to do. I went out way too hard, PR'd my marathon pace, and then blew up. But I did do fundraiser right. My heart was in the right place.
Home stretch.
I can't wait to be done. It hurts. It hurts. I'm at 49.82. Going as fast as I can. I feel like I'm got like fever, like the weird sweats.
You did it! Charles, you did it!
I did it! I did! I just finished 50 miles. And it's not completely dark out. The moon is back up. It's beautiful. I don't know why I decided to do that. That was a horrible idea, but I'm done. I can't believe it. We did it.
No, you did it.
We did it together, you and me.
Under the Luna.
Under the luna.
In the end, we exceeded our fundraising goal and raised over $16,000 for the Bears Ears Intertribal Coalition. Finishing the run was a lifelong dream for me. Running 50 miles doesn't solve mental health problems. It doesn't cure ADHD, but it's a way to cope and it's a tool in my toolbox. I would highly encourage everyone out there to set a big goal, whatever your body type, and have the courage and the patience to see it through. Because ultimately, loving the land, having these experiences, will lead more people to become advocates to protect it. We want this land to remain as it has since time immemorial, so if you're going to visit Bears Ears, please visit with respect.